this is Automotive Anonymous, and if you're new to my channel, I typically do car reviews, truck reviews, sometimes videos about things I like, and often 0 to 60s. But today, I want to show you something I like. This is the all-new Ford Bronco Raptor. It's been highly anticipated, very sought out, and hard to find because there just aren't very many of these. Check it out, code red. This is what you could call the dark side of the moon, I guess. Very wide at about 7 1/10 of a foot. There's the light side. They're nicknamed the Braptor, and today I want to tell you guys 5 things that I really like about this code red Raptor Bronco. The first one's gonna have to be the look. These things look phenomenal between the paint colors offered, the wide fenders, 37-inch tires with 17-inch rims means you got 10 inches of sidewall basically anywhere you look. They're 12.5 wide, and those KO2s are known to be really good for off-roading. And the fenders. This one's like 10 inches wider than the regular Bronco. It's good to keep those tires contained, kind of like the Jeep Wranglers, but on a much more extreme level. Back in college, I used to have an FJ Cruiser that was supercharged and had body armor. I'll post a picture of that right here for you guys. And this looks a lot like it. It's just the modern, more powerful, more expensive version. 13.1 inches of ground clearance. It's incredibly capable locking front and rear diff, and it can disconnect the front bars, so very interesting. And I think you guys know what's next. We're gonna pop the hood and see what the 3-liter twin turbo looks like. The second thing I love about the Bronco Raptor is the powertrain. It actually has an upgraded powertrain over the other Broncos. It's the only Raptor that gets the 3-liter twin turbo. It's a variation that was originally first seen in America in the Explorer ST. That used to make 400 horses. This is closer to 418 and 440 pounds of torque. So it's very capable. It has one turbo on each bank, so you can actually see the turbos if you look deep into the mess of all the piping and plumbing. And they're actually Garrett brand name turbos, which are quite impressive. You can always tune these, do a few other modifications to get more power, take it to Hennessy if you have the time and money for something like that. But to actually have an upgraded powertrain is really nice. That's something that I wish we saw on more vehicles. Even the Ford F-150 Raptor doesn't have much of an upgrade over, say, like the Platinum or some of those other high output EcoBoost 3.5. So kudos to Ford for doing a good job with that. And so that you know you're getting the 3-liter turbo, if it doesn't have Bronco on the hood bulge, don't even think about it. The next thing is the capacity that this vehicle offers. Not only does it have over 30 cubic feet of room behind the back seats, or 75 with them down. In the back of the Bronco, you actually have about 38 cubic feet with the seats up, about 83 with them down. You actually have pretty good capacity sitting back here. Under the Bronco, we have a lift. What's under here? We have our tools, and then just a little bit more storage, probably 1.5 cubic feet or so. And then some tie downs right there. We have a speaker back here, 12 volt, and some halogen lighting, and some other little tie down spots. Some storage. If you got some more tools, you could set those in there. Otherwise, that's where you hide snacks from the kids and milk bones from the dog. But you could basically go anywhere that any reasonable vehicle should go, if you even consider this a reasonable vehicle. And if you guys look inside, you have locking front diff, rear diff. You can disconnect the front. You have traction control. You can do a whole lot of cool stuff when you're in the Bronco. And there's not many vehicles that can do more than this, again, outside of like a Hennessy built vehicle or some of those insane, very, very low production G-Wagons. Approach and departure angles are incredible with a 13.1 inches of ground clearance. It's kind of crazy that Ford makes a model that has about 4.5 inches more of ground clearance than the lowest Bronco with the 30-inch wheels. That would only have about 8.5. The one that I drove a few weeks ago, the Black Diamond, that had a little bit over 9. The Sasquatch package even has like 11, but 13.1, you could basically drive over anything you need to. You're not gonna have to move out of the way of the Bronco. And the fifth thing that I love, that I think is something that stands out and worth mentioning on the Raptor Bronco, is the fuel efficiency. Getting 15 city, 16 highway really isn't that much worse than my FJ Cruiser. That thing had a supercharger and 33-inch tires. This has about 100 more horse and 37s. So to get nearly the same mileage is just incredible what modern technology can do. Of course, you're paying for that technology. Keep in mind that just because you spent a lot on the upfront cost of a vehicle doesn't mean you want to keep spending a lot on the fuel or the electricity to run it. This isn't an EV, this isn't a Tesla. So just because you're spending 70, 80, 90 plus $1,000 doesn't mean you want to be paying out of pocket forever. If you can be getting 300 miles on tank, why wouldn't you want that? I don't think anyone likes paying more at the pump. And the low-end torque that the turbos provide, I know it's not everyone's favorite option. Some were hoping to get the bigger 3.5 EcoBoost, and I'm sure some even want the Raptor R engine from the F-150. But to get what this can get, over 300 miles on a tank, usually vehicles like this that are not short, but shorter than what they could be, can't fit a gas tank of very large capacity. So to have over a 20-gallon tank and to go over 300 miles on a road trip, if you're being civil with it, is really quite impressive. Final thoughts of the Bronco Raptor is it's phenomenal. It's just an absolutely insane off-road beast. If you can spend the money on something like this, get the suspension, the capability that this actually has to offer, why wouldn't you? If you're a big-time off-road enthusiast, you might be looking at something like this compared to a lesser level Bronco or the Jeep Wrangler or just the traditional pickup trucks. So comment below, what are the 5 things you guys love about the Bronco, specifically the Raptor? Would you buy one? Are you considering it? Or do you already have one? Is it holding up well? And all that your hopes and dreams were thinking it would be. Otherwise, guys, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching my video. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.